Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thanks for the calling this business meeting today. I'm delighted that one of the items that we'll be considering today is a bill to name the federal building and courthouse in Wheeling, West Virginia, after Judge Frederick Stamp. He was appointed to be a U.S. judge by President George H.W. Bush, in 1990, and Judge Stamp's life of exceptional service has made an indelible mark on West Virginia's legal community and education system. He's a wonderful community member, as is his entire family. So I'm very pleased that that will be indelibly imprinted on the courthouse in Wheeling, West Virginia. I'm also glad that among the GSA items that the committee will consider is a resolution approving repairs and alterations to the U.S. Post Office and Courthouse building in Clarksburg, West Virginia. My last visit there showed that this project will ensure that the building meets the long-term needs also for security while maintaining its historic integrity. It needs a lot of help, I can tell you that. We have a number of nominees, as you said, that we are voting on today. I look forward to supporting Dr. Jennifer Clyburn-Reed to lead the Southeast Crescent Regional Commission and Ms. Amanda Howe to lead the Office of Mission Support at the EPA. However, while I appreciate their willingness to serve, I cannot support the other three EPA nominees under consideration. Coming from an energy-producing state where many operations are subject to EPA regulations, I remain troubled by Dr. Carlton Waterhouse's views on the energy sector and capitalism more generally based on his responses. I am not assured that he can approach his job from an unbiased perspective, especially when addressing the energy sector. The overarching issue affecting my position on all of today's nominees, especially Mr. David Ullman and Dr. Chris Frey, is the lack of timely responsiveness from EPA and the rest of the administration on critical oversight issues. I've had numerous conversations with the administrator on this. Since April, I have asked EPA and the White House several times how the new Nationally Determined Contribution, or NDC, under the Paris Agreement was calculated. I am still waiting for that information on how it was developed. I know it's there, it's just that they won't disclose it. In October, the Rhodium Group released a report that found meeting the U.S. pledge would demand steep emissions reductions from industries essential to our economy. The report claimed around 40% of the administration's goal may be achieved by targeting the power sector alone. That is an attack that could not come at a worse time, as inflation, fanned by the previous reconciliation package, drives up the cost of energy and ultimately other household goods. The U.S. Energy Information Administration has already warned Americans to expect higher heating bills this winter with surging natural gas prices in the U.S. and in Europe. Meanwhile, the administration is plowing forward to pursue legislation and regulation on the power sector and the oil and gas industry. We are seeing this already through the reckless tax and spending spree that President Biden wants to move through reconciliation. This ill-conceived effort contains a wide variety of harmful policies, including a new fee on methane, which is in reality a natural gas tax. This natural gas tax would raise fuel prices and disproportionately impact low-income households across the country, yet another significant financial impact on everyday Americans. And it comes even as EPA and the White House have just recently announced an aggressive new rule on methane from energy production. I remain ever hopeful, as I always am, that the administration will change its posture, but at least come forward with the information that we have very specifically required and asked for, so that we can have the transparency that all of these nominees promise, but once they achieve their offices, we find it hasn't come forward as quickly and as transparently as we had hoped. So thank you for bringing us together today, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.